Everyone has opinions about cars. Most of them are wrong, or at least unfinished. This is a podcast about those opinions, how they change once you actually live with cars. Welcome to Shifted Opinions, where we're not sure, but cars are involved. I'm Paul Kramer with AutoKennel, and I spend my time driving, rallying, racing, and helping enthusiasts and collectors alike buy and sell Porsches and other cars that actually matter, not just shiny ones, but the ones people use. I'm joined today by my co-hosts and friends, Parkin of Group C Curation and David Van Epps of Sonderwerks. Between all three of us, we have over 60 years of buying, selling, restoring, breaking, fixing, and rethinking enthusiast cars, especially Porsches. This show is about opinions and how they change with actual experience. What you think you want versus what you end up loving, originality versus usability, investment versus enjoyment, and how actually driving these cars reshapes everything. There's no hype, no hot takes for clicks, no AI generated algorithm pleasing topics, just honest conversations, storing opinions, and real world experiences. If you believe cars are truly meant to be driven and opinions are meant to evolve, then this is Shifted Opinions. So, welcome. Today, I'm going to introduce, starting with my good friend and co host, Parkins of Group C Curation. Casey, so good to see you.
You know what, Paul? I really hope you host every time because if I ever have to do that, it's going to be so bad. Thanks
Oh,
everybody for tuning
Would
in
be great.
today. Be patient with us. This is a new thing, and we're very, very, very happy to have you along. Some of you out there might know me. Basically, my background was nearly 20 years working in a Porsche dealership and both certified on all levels of both being a sales professional and a sales manager. And then, following a couple restoration challenges, I decided I wanted to work more with older cars. So I transitioned into collection management and then transitioned again into selling cars for clients on either privately or publicly utilizing online auction services or just my Rolodex of almost 20 years of great clients and great people. Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, hello and welcome again, gentlemen. Here we are, the little three amigos, and we're continuing on. We're back, and we're ready to rock and roll. My name is David Van Epps, and I'm sure there's a bunch of folks out there that may be listening for the first time, but for those, and excuse me, and for those of you who are, I own Sonderwerks in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, technically Cornelius, North Carolina. And we basically service, restore, buy, sell anything to do with Porsche. That's all we do is purely Porsche. Um, I got into this business about 9 years ago, completely on a fluke, having spent my entire early career doing nothing but corporate America kind of stuff. Enjoyed the heck out of that. And along the way, a few entrepreneurial things that popped up that worked out well enough that I got to be a certain age and said, what do I want to do for the next 10 years or so? And so, as a lifelong Porsche guy, I started Sonderwerks, and it's been a roller coaster of fun and excitement ever since. I have met more of the nicest people in this industry, including you two characters, than I could have ever imagined staying down the path in corporate America. Lots of driving, lots of rallies, lots of fun, lots of relationships that'll last a lifetime. And I'm just happy to be shooting the shit again and talking about cars and the stuff that really does matter. So there's our quick introduction, and now we'll go back around the round robin and turn it back over to our hostess with the mostest, Mr. Kramer, for
yes.
today.
Thank you. As I mentioned, I'm Paul Kramer, co-owner with my dad, Ed Kramer of AutoKennel here in Costa Mesa, Orange County, California. Um, like a lot of you possibly who are listening, watching, uh, I spent the first 10 years of my career in the corporate world, and I vowed to never wear a tie again to be around cars and do what I was passionate about. And I'm excited that Casey has done it. So has Dave. We're all entrepreneurs, and it's hard. And we literally I started doing this business along with another full-time job and a newborn almost 30 years ago. And this included selling cars, putting on autocrosses. I ran the autocrosses for the Porsche Club. I put on independent driving events, road rallies, everything. I was mainlining cars and trying to figure out how I can do it to maintain as my primary income. And 20 years ago, just in January this year, 20 years ago, AutoKennel celebrated its 20th anniversary of buying, selling, mostly consigning, mostly Porsches, but we do other cars. In the last 20 years, myself and my dad have done over 1,700 cars on consignment. And and the cool thing is we get to be around the cars and the people that we love to be around and do it. And now finally, if I have a voice and a platform to share what it's like in my world every week and what we see and what we experience and what gets us excited. And I'm genuinely excited because Dave and Casey we're three peas in a pod, different parts of the country, but man, we like the same crap for sure. So super excited. So this is just an introduction. It's going to be a fairly short podcast from now on going forward. We're going to really try to keep it to an hour long or less, once a week. What we're going to do right now is just quickly talk about what our cars are we have and anything about them. And we'll be talking more about our cars because if you own a car, it's always in some stasis of project, and that's something that you is on the front of your mind, and you're always talking about it. And we'll probably weekly, one or all of us will be talking about what we're doing with our cars, whether it's fixing them, driving them, hopefully not breaking them. So, why don't we start? Go back to you, Casey, and maybe tell us about kind of the cars you have and what you're doing with them.
So we'll start oldest to newest. My second Porsche I ever bought, I still own. It's a 1972 914. It was a pile of junk when I bought it. It kind of still is a pile of junk. It definitely is running on like maybe 1.25 cylinders. So it's been shelved for a bit. I had a issue with my left foot a number of years ago where I couldn't drive a manual transmission anymore. So I kind of put it kind of in the rafters at that point. Thankfully, my left foot has come back to life, so I'm able to do that again. But it was a light ivory car, repainted Grand Prix white. I've had wonderful memories and experiences in that car, and I own another air-cooled Porsche, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But really, when it comes to it, a small, lightweight, low power car that you can really run up through the gears, and it makes all kinds of nice Weber popping noises and those sorts of things. It's a great experience, and it's something that maybe in the next year, 18 months, I hope to focus on. It brings me to my second project car, which is a three-owner 1988 Land Cruiser FJ62, two-tone, light blue over dark blue or gray. Great car, 300 and some odd thousand miles. Had a lot of it gone through the engine rebuilt a couple of years ago. Hit a deer. Haggerty paid for painting half of it. I paid for painting the other half of it. It runs great, other than the fact that it's starting to get a little crusty underneath. So it's going to go down to Dave's buddy at Merritt this year, and hopefully get the bottom of that thing cleaned up. Next newest ship box is the other, and they're all ship boxes, mind you. And that's what we hope to talk about a lot more on here, is a 91 964 Carrera. It's been a little bit of a
Not a
pain,
shit
but
box.
it
That's
is.
not a
It
shit
is.
box.
It
That's a
is.
fine car.
Absolutely. But working through it. It's happily running. It's got 150 some odd thousand miles. The engine's been apart a little bit, but never been rebuilt. Doesn't smoke, doesn't consume much oil. But this winter is all suspension being redone, all Elephant Racing parts and Bilstein and H&R. And I ordered a factory 964 Cup strut brace that arrived this morning. So I'm excited to get that put on and go through it. And then the daily drivers, my wife has a Mark 7.5 GTI, and I drive a 2021 B9 S4, which I love. I've had a bunch of S4s. Big Audi guy, especially in the cruddy weather that we've had here in the Mid-Atlantic. These are awesome. So, all right, Dave, why don't you tell us what you've got next?
All right. I have a list of stuff that goes, it's all over. It's what, like Paul, just like you, one of the things that is the blessing and the curse of the business that we're in is there's a lot of cars that kind of come and go in your life and that you have access to. So ultimately, you need to, pick the ones that come that you like. You keep those for a while. They go a different direction, But starting with my daily driver, you will quickly learn to know that I am a big Porsche Cayenne diesel fan. I like those cars. I wish they still made them. It's very, very upsetting that they don't import those anymore. But I have a 2013 Cayenne diesel that's got a tune. It's got a delete, and it's a beast. It's wonderful. Great car. Love driving that every day. I've acquired a couple of little stragglers here. I've got a 99 Boxster that I paid so little money for that I can't possibly even. Paul, where did you go, Paul? Oh my
I'm
gosh, Paul's
sorry.
gone.
I'm having some technical something happen.
Technical issues. Okay, well,
Um,
hopefully you'll come back and join
yeah,
us here momentarily. There you are. You're
I
there.
will. I've got
Okay,
to fix something that's not right. So sorry.
okay. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Just a base 99 Boxster. It just is one of those things where if you throw the top down, it's sitting there on the side, not doing anything right now. I also happen to have a 2004 911 996 C4 that is and also just kind of a beat around. But it's
I
just
didn't
in
know
the
you had
stable, and
that one,
so
Dave. How many miles
it's
are on that?
blue. It's got 85,000 miles on it. The
Great car.
downside, but it's also an upside, is that it's a Tiptronic, right?
Fun.
So it is one of those cars that I get in and I drive when if I want to run down to the store or something, or I'm going to be in traffic and I know I'm going to be in a lot of traffic or something, and I don't want to drive a manual, I'll just jump in that car and go. Full blue, midnight blue, whatever the right car would have been, the color would have been for that period. Then we get into the more one last sort of like Paul, and he'll get to his, but I happen to have an '89 Porsche 928 S4,
Oh,
silver with a burgundy interior, automatic.
roll it down the hill.
Wait a second. Casey, was that like a gasp of disdain or
Ugh,
just orgasmic delight?
928s are the worst.
They are
Oh,
not great cars to
Are
work
the
on, but they are
worst.
fun cars to kind of drive and
they,
just,
okay,
they're different.
I'm sorry. I mean, if you
There
saw
you
my
go.
face, I am smiling in my 928. Um, you know what the thing is, Dave, and you get this because you've owned it.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like 928s and 930s are similar. If you just have to work on them or you get to drive them briefly and they're coming from like dormant stage, like Casey has to do, take these things that are dormant, drive them for a little bit, put them back. I get it. They suck. If you live with one daily, I swear every day you get, I get to drive a lot of cars, and man, every day I get in this, and I'm driving it today. It's my daily driver. I absolutely adore it.
Yeah,
It's
they're fun. It's very
they're
different.
Next time,
It's a
next time
very
I
different
visit you,
experience,
Paul, you can pick me
and
up
that's one
from
of the
John Glenn or John Wayne or whatever it is, and I'll just drive that thing for the week, okay?
perfect, perfect. Bring 20 amp fuses with you.
well, let me crack through the rest of the stable here, and then I'll turn it over to Paul. But I happen the car that is my rally car, the car that I normally consider my rally car, is a 1980 911 SC in black that I call Black Betty. Um, I have put many a mile, many a rally on this car, enough of them that unfortunately I have binged it up a few times. Just as is when you drive these cars, and it's just part of the fun, part of the whatever, part of the experience. You're going to have a little skirmish every now and then. And with the number of rallies I drive, nothing that's ever major, just enough to, you know, dents and dings and crushed fiberglass bumpers, that kind of thing. Sir,
Dave,
yes,
maybe, and Casey, maybe a future episode, kind of like an AA meeting, we absolve ourselves and we talk about the stupid stuff, like the accidents we've had. I've got
oh
some
sure,
doozies, because I think, and if you've been on, and Dave, you know this, if you've been on rallies long enough, stuff happens. And I've watched other people more often than not something bad happens, they're okay, but crash their car, total their car, whatever. And if you're physically okay, the first thing is you experience is absolute shame, like such shame, such embarrassment. And the first thing I see those people is I just kind of put my arm around them, help them, and tell them my shit, like the things which were usually way worse than theirs, and how bad I effed up. And we could do a show about that because I'm sure there's other
Oh, I've
people
got
who've
three
done it.
stories right now, Paul. I can
Perfect.
rattle them off right now. Three
Let's
stories on
let's
the same
let's
car.
save that. We'll call it the
We'll definitely
crash
do that.
episode.
That's a good one. Two other little snippets, and then over to you, Paul. But I've got a 90 C4 964 black, also a black car. That one doesn't have a name, but it's about to go with me down to Florida for a rally I'm doing there because Black Betty is out of commission. And then finally, I was lucky enough to secure a allocation for a 2025 GT3 RS that I've owned now for maybe only about 4 months. I've only been able to put about 650 miles on this car. Fantastic. It is absolutely one of these cars that we will talk about more in future episodes because, to Paul's point, the more you drive these things, the more what your expectation might have been when you get them kind of changes. What's good, what's bad, what's different about this one versus driving this or this or this, and so it's kind of fun. It's so there's my lineup, and now we'll back to you, Paul.
Dave, nice spec.
Oh,
Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh, it's a good
For
spec.
those who don't
It
know
is a good
me,
spec.
I appreciate nicely optioned cars, but I absolutely disdain when you're at a Cars and Coffee and someone looks at your car and goes, "Dude, brah, nice spec." I just want. I'm not sure if I want to
Especially
throw
if
up in
they
my
say
mouth.
bra.
they'll look at mine and go,
Oh,
yeah, nice rust around the windshield. Yeah,
yeah, nice, sweet delamination.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what you should do is just talk, just show admiration for all the flaws in our friends' vehicles. So I'm on this show because it's also cathartic because I have a problem with cars. I have 9 cars, and combined, they're worth less than they're half of Dave's GT3 RS. Like Casey, I'm drawn to shitbox esque, like on the edge of being and which for me is tough because I have this neurotic thing where I don't care about the paint perfect or the interior perfect, but damn, do I want everything to work. If it had interior dome light, I want that interior dome light to work. If it had cruise control, I want it to work, which keeps my mechanic in business and frustrated all at once. So, like you, Casey, I'll start quickly with oldest to newest. Feel free to interject if you have any comments on it. This is our oldest vehicle, a 1966 BMW 1600 in Chamonix white. It has
I'd
45,000.
much rather drive that than the 928.
You say that. That's like getting a piggyback from grandma. You'll notice a theme. All of my pictures I'm showing you are for the most part driving because I do love to drive. This was taken on Angeles Crest. Obviously, there's no heat in it, so I'm wearing like a full, sleeping bag to stay warm. And because I'm a big guy, it's sort of got that clown effect where, big guy, little car, back end's just slammed because I'm like all 90 horsepower throttle squashed. But that car, we could talk down the road about it. It's a very special car. This is the very first BMW 1600 to the US. This Max Hoffman brought in and used this car to dog and pony and sell franchise dealerships all across the country. It's got a really cool history. I've talked to Satch Carlson with BMW Club, BMW CCA in the magazine. Very helpful with information, but it's my most sentimental car because it was my mentor's car who used to own the building we're in. Next, I am going to go to the car that has a note on it in our shop that says, "If I sell it, my wife will castrate me." And I did sell one of her cars once, and I learned very quickly she's very serious about that. This is a
You
19.
only have one testicle left, is what you're saying.
Uh, yes, Dave, that's it. That was from the 914 I sold. I should have
Oh,
never done it.
shouldn't have. That's why I still have mine 16 years later.
You know what? I love those cars. There's I love them so much. And the problem is I just can't get comfortable in it. And it's not about a height thing, a fat thing, or anything like that. It's just, you know how some cars you just fit and some cars you
Was it,
don't.
did
Not
you have
just
the
the,
original seats in it?
yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
Stefan at GTS Classics made me a set of seats for mine and it transformed the car.
I probably should have done it. This was a 40,000 original mile car. But anyway,
Yeah, don't do it to that one.
yeah, well, I sold it. That was my solution was I sold it because you're right. It wasn't the car to do it. I would love another 914, but it would be a GT clone, you know, gotta have a six cylinder. I'm sorry. I love the 914. I love that flat motor. That motor sounds so horrible stock. And I tried every exhaust. It's a bus. Every time you get in it, you're like, I'm driving a VW bus. But anyway, this is technically my wife Jennifer's car. It's a 1966 Volkswagen in its third shade of some random Ghia blue. The original color Zenith blue. We're in a stalemate. She wants to paint it black. I do not. I want to go original color. So we just sort of leave it like it is. It was a mostly one owner car from Redondo Beach by a doctor. It only has 32,000 miles. But the
Oh, wow.
reason we can't get rid of it, and it's the original motor, never been rebuilt,
Doesn't
is
have
my
a
wife and I.
title.
What's that?
Doesn't have a title.
Floating. Yeah, it's no, it was a lien sale, which is how we got it. Long story there, but my wife and I took our honeymoon in it, and we started off at in Santa Monica at the on the one PCH, and we drove it as far as we could over 8 days. We got to the Oregon border, and we drove back, and the roof rack by the time we got back was full of antiques and other crap she wanted, and that
Awesome.
poor bug could barely get over the 101. We couldn't take the grapevine, but we couldn't barely get over the 101 to get back home. But anyway, 67 bug. Moving chronologically, your favorite KC, my 84 928. It is my daily driver. It's a two owner or Southern California car, original paint. It's got 225,000 miles, which I've put about 30,000 on them. I've owned the car for almost 8 or 9 years. I love the car, and we'll talk more. It's going through a project. We're redoing the interior, Dave. I swear I would send you to
Oh, we're
see.
getting it.
But
We got to
it's my
do it. We got
neighbor.
to do it.
He's 2 doors down. I bought the fabric. It's going to be a
Oh, that's right. That's
brown.
right. I forgot about your guy.
Yeah, yeah. He is really the maestro, and I think I can count on two hands how many interiors he has left in his life. But it is.
Oh, tell him.
I know he'll love him to death. Juan's great. For you in Southern California, you know Juan Ortiz. You know how great he is. If you don't know him, sorry, I'm not giving you the number because I'm protecting him from all of you because he is all mine. Um, but anyway, 84 928 daily driver. This is the car. If I had to pick the stupid term insta famous, it's probably this car. It's my La Tortuga. Everyone's shocked to hear that it's not an old piece of shit. It's just a newer old piece of shit dressed to look like an older piece of shit. It's an 86 Carrera back date. It is literally my rally workhorse. I am planning on driving it the next big rally to Texas for the Hill Country Rally. It's got 375,000 miles on it, and the motor's never been open.
Awesome.
Casey came out of
That's
Maryland.
awesome.
Came out of
Really?
Maryland, and one day we'll do a deeper dive because there's a lot more to this car that people don't know about. It was
What dealership was it sold from originally? Do you know?
I don't know.
Hmm.
But some guy had it from like 2 years old until maybe I've owned the car for 11, 12 years, and
Sure.
there was a guy in between for a couple years. But you could tell this guy had a boneyard of cars, and he backdated this car in 91.
Oof.
So it's a
Wow.
five-year-old car. Like, so it's really funny when you look at how he backdated it, like why he would do it. I mean, you in 91, you could go buy a real 73 RS touring like a driver for 30 grand. A driver in 91 for 30 grand. Less, 20 grand. You could go buy a numbers matching driver S for under 10 grand. So why I've tried to reach the guy why he did it. But anyway, for those of you who know me, once again I'm driving. Here it is, Angeles Crest, one of my favorite roads to be on. This car, if I had to get pare my collection down or my shit, just free up my life, This is one of the top three cars that I would have a hard time getting rid of. And not because I'm sentimental, because it is the best tool for the job that I need it to do, which is rally. It has working air conditioning, working cruise control, Bluetooth. It's comfortable. I'll put 20,000 miles a year on that car, just that car. Um, this is truly, ironically, an impulse, literally and figuratively. It is an, I bought it on an impulse off Bring a Trailer. The first time I saw it was 2 hours before the auction closed. And talk about, just put your money on red and hope for the best. It was mostly a one owner Isuzu Impulse, and this was a car I wanted since high school. It was like I wanted a Countach, but I can maybe afford this, which I really couldn't. I had a $500 station wagon. Um, I should have known this car. I don't know what to do with it. I will sell it if I'm just too lazy to sell it. All day long I sell other people's cars, and it's like the cobbler's kids have no shoes. I don't.
I hate selling my own cars.
I do.
Yeah, just
That's it.
call
So
CarMax.
Casey
Yeah.
will sell my Isuzu. I will do a red like route.
Rotate to the left.
Yeah, exactly. And then moving forward. And by the way, that Isuzu Impulse, original paint, mostly one owner, 72,000 miles, probably arguably the best in existence. If that doesn't matter, if that matters at all, and for those who know, Giugiaro design on, wait for it, a Chevette chassis. Oh yeah.
Is that your Radwood car, or do you take the 928? Where do you
Dude,
take
I
Tortuga?
have one, two, three, four, five Radwood cars. Everything's a Radwood car. No, I basically rotate Radwoods between Isuzu 928 and 944, which,
Oh, I
thank you
forgot about the 944.
for the segue. 84, 88, 944 Turbo S. Casey knows a lot about him. Him and I both have an affinity for these cars. Um, when people ask me what is the best deal for a vintage Porsche air cooled, I tell them 944 Turbo S or 89 Turbo. That's where they are. They are. I bought this car because one, I've always loved them since high school, wanted one. I've driven and sold plenty of them, and I really wanted to kind of give my green 911 a bit of a break from rallying, and C, just get a different experience. And they are, I always say, a 944 Turbo S, the 88 and the 89 Turbo, same car basically. They are like a better built, faster, better driving E30 M3, in my opinion. Very similar. Not, and it's not a 911. And so this car, which we'll be talking more about in upcoming episodes, because the end of the month, me and my buddy Joe, we are driving on ice snow tires to Big Sky, Montana for the Porsche Fat, which is appropriate, Mankai Ice Race. And we're driving all the way to Big Sky. We got accepted as as a display exhibition where we get to do laps on the ice track. Um, I'm working on getting the car ready and my body ready to do it. So stay tuned. That will be fun. The car, most people don't know I even own, is that.
I
And
didn't know you own
Ooh,
that.
I didn't
yeah,
know that
like I
either.
said, most people don't.
The hidden gem.
This is my longest non-blood related relationship. There is no other human, animal, or thing that I have lived with longer than my 99 M Coupe that I bought new. It was the one of, if not the first M Coupes, one of the first 10 M Coupes built. It was part of all the launch promotion for North America. Derek Daly's driven it, Derek Bell's driven it in news articles. I got it as the first registered owner with 4,000 miles as a executive lease, which Casey, you know about that stuff. And when I
Sure.
left the dealership with it, I got one turn out of the dealership, and the windshield was so pitted from track use that I literally almost hit the curb because I couldn't see, and I had to turn around and go back and get a new windshield for the first owner car. And that weekend, I bought it, went autocrossing. Within a year, I was doing door-to-door racing. The car has its, believe it or not, I painted the nose blue because I hit something, but the rest of the car is the original paint, Arctic silver with the Imola interior. It's gutted, full race car, BMW Club Racing for 10 years with SCCA, NASA mixed in there, some POC, PCA. It's got 55,000 actual chassis miles, The motor's on its second head, second transmission. It's
So
got
that's a
30,000
S52.
S52.
Sure.
S52. We've backdated it to OBD1 with headers, which is cool because these S52s, when you get rid of the OBD2 and go to OBD1, you can burn chips. So you mess with, so they were rated at 240 horsepower, 240 torque at the crank from BMW. This car, and they weighed 3,150 from the factory, dry, heavy cars because they were built as a convertible, which they stiffened it, and then they put a roof on. So they're one of, if not the stiffest BMW ever made. And the trick, and I got a lot of help from TC Klein, who was running these Z3s in Grand Am, is we're running Fox body Mustang suspension. So you want
Wow.
travel, you want soft suspension and travel. And I'd say half the suspension's made up with tire pressure and tire size.
Hmm.
It's because you got an E30 rear end and an E36 front end, and they're both great, but not together. So I've got 30,000 track miles. It is really fun to drive. My BMW friends and colleagues absolutely hate it as a track car. But the best thing is, and you guys will know this, oh my God, does it drive like a 911? Which is why I like it. Drives just like a
I've
911.
never driven one. I drove Z4 coupes, but I've never driven a Z3 coupe.
Z3 Coupe stock drives like garbage. The suspension setup is just horrible, but there's now enough information that you can make them fairly neutral. But if you want to drift, oh my God, they are a hoot to drift. And then
Beautiful
you
car.
break suspension mounts. It's sitting. I have not started this car since 2017, and I know.
Jeez.
Okay. That's not going
You
anywhere
need
in
a
a hurry then.
Casey.
Okay, fair enough.
Golly.
I so Casey, don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, brother. Then this is my daily driver when I need four doors. Oh, yeah, daily driver when I need four doors and it's raining. It's my 2003 Jaguar S-Type R. It's got 145,000 miles. This was my first deal as AutoKennel. I traded a 996 GT3 that a guy came into our dealership. Friend of mine, POC, wanted a track car. We had this is '05. Had a 996 GT3 that had been already repainted because it crashed. My buddy and I bought it together out of a Ferrari dealer in the Mid-Atlantic, North Carolina, I think. All Italian Ferrari, Ital.
Yeah.
You know the
Four in
dealership.
Italia. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And without telling us that the car had been painted, bottom line was POC guy wanted it for track days. He bought this Jag brand new. I bought it with 30,000 miles as a trade towards that. Sold it to a friend, got it back, sold it again to a friend. In 2009, I took over full time. It's kind of ironic. Think about it. My daily drivers that I'm trusting I get somewhere is a 928 and a Jag.
Mm.
Yeah. I think those are
Freaking
optional.
Russian
Do I
roulette,
arrive?
baby.
Let's roll the dice.
Roll the dice. Will I get there? Which is why we bought my wife a Volvo because I did want to actually get there. And my last car, which is people ask me what three cars would I keep? My 2004 996 GT3, my green 911, and my 928. This car is Dave. Have you experienced like really experienced a 996 GT3 yet?
No, I wouldn't say no, not real.
Not
Not
track,
real.
but like driven it on a twisty road.
Um, no, I have not.
Okay.
No, I've
I know
just kind
Casey.
of just up and down the street stuff. Yeah, no.
I know Casey has, and I may sound like a broken record, but I swear I will proselytize these cars till the day I die because if you don't like them, if someone comes up to me, oh, I had it, I didn't like it, one of two things. You either just didn't it was overly modified or wasn't really set up, or two, you're not really a car enthusiast because these are the newest Porsche that drives so much like an old Porsche. And I have owned it for 5 years. It's got 60,000 miles. I've put 15,000 miles on it, and 13,000 of them are just going up Angeles Crest. And that car, that road, it's like pairing a fine wine with a good, fava beans, whatever, and a Chianti. Anyway, guys, thank you for letting me vomit all of my crap out. I feel
Glad we
so
got
much
that out of the way.
better. I feel like I got it off my chest.
I can't believe you had an M coupe and I didn't know that. I think I knew about all of Dave's ship boxes, but I didn't think I knew about. Actually, you know what? You weren't on there, but Dave has an automatic 997. Did you know that?
No,
No.
it's not a 997. It's if I said '07, then I was wrong. It's not an '07. It's an '04. It's a
Oh,
996.
9 and 6. Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
996.
How, I
996.
mean, this could be a great episode, but like, BMW's the easiest cars in general to do a manual swap. Even Ferrari F1 gearboxes, expensive but fairly straightforward. I'm coming to learn that taking a Tiptronic and making it into a manual seems to be really expensive and really hard. Am I not wrong?
I don't see the point, honestly, right? I mean, there's good cars out there that you don't have to take what you got and throw something else in it. Keep that the way it is. And for me, that's the way I like this car as a Tiptronic because it's the car I get into if I know I'm going to run down south and be in traffic or something and stop and go traffic for 10 miles. I don't want to be driving a manual. So I jump in this thing and it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Body's a
It,
little rough on mine, but
I
we'll get that fixed eventually.
and I agree, Dave. My 928 is an automatic by intention. And I know people love manual everything. But if you live in an urban environment, there's times where you want to be in something interesting, but and as we get older and we have broken body parts, case, I think all three of us kind of qualify. We all have shit going on.
All my
My
parts are
my
perfectly fine. Thank you very
Oh,
much,
you better
gentlemen. My
knock
no,
my
on
my
wood,
parts are
Dave.
my
good.
back's destroyed. I don't know what it's going to be like when I stand up from chipping up all that ice in my driveway over the last couple of days.
Yikes.
I do
Yeah.
not have that problem.
You don't.
Um,
Thank goodness.
we we
If
we
you
go
did,
up
it'll
to the
be real
mount.
bad.
I know I would be
Yeah.
screwed. We go up to the mountain to find it as a novelty to go see what this white stuff looks like that we've read about. I had literally a friend of mine. He's 40. He lives in Southern California, and this last rainstorm or whatever, he finally went to the mountains to go see snow. First time ever. Can you
Wow.
imagine?
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'd say we keep it brief. This is, I don't know, about 40 minutes. Where we at, Casey?
I don't know, man. I don't know how the Zoom works. It just
Okay.
says recording, so let's hope it is actually recording.
So yeah, if not, you
Fingers
know what? I could do it again and it'll be better. But why don't we wrap up? First of all, I want to thank so good to see you guys. I love talking to you three. It is really one of my favorite highlights of the week. I love preparing for it. I'm super excited. We look forward to the audience. They've already shared some cool topics, and I know our audience thinks the way we do. And if they don't, send us stuff you want to hear about. And if we like it and we're passionate about it, hell yeah, we'll talk about it. But stay tuned for next week when we start getting into the fun.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something real quick. Previously, when I podcasted, I didn't have the chance to kind of say like, I'm checking out. But I had a whole bunch of people reach out to me and said that they really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to continuing these discussions. The feedback that we get online is really what keeps us going. It's a lot of fun, and like I mean, I send stupid stuff to Paul and Dave all the time, but I'm excited to start sharing that stupid stuff with you guys because it's like I don't know, it's something that I enjoy. It gets me out of my comfort zone, and I enjoy doing this, so I'm happy to be back, and it's great to join the two of you guys again.
Awesome.
Love it. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Be safe.
Yep.